Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Megha. Good evening, Shiv Shankar. So I guess I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Ritu. Please give suggestion how to make themes of Indian intellectuals like Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Okay, I will talk about this one issue. Let's suppose if you are making themes with respect to social reformers for mains, how we can do that. Okay, I am quite good. So I hope all of you are also doing well. Okay, so yes, we will talk about this one topic like when you are preparing the themes of intellectuals or social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So how you have to make themes for that. Generally, how they will be shaping the question. One part of it can be like how their work has been a transformation or how their works have transformed the Indian society. That is one line of question. Okay. In some cases, like there may be also a question about what has been the opposite views. Okay. Third thing is what challenges they may have faced while they were trying to reform these things. Okay. So we have like let us say we have any social reformer. We have any social reformer and we want to prepare a theme related to them for UPSC. So what you can do is work done by them. Okay. The first thing is what work has been done by them. Second part is many a times you will find that these people have also been involved in bringing out various type of newspaper or magazines or books. Okay. So you will also find that their publication related work and its motive, that what motive was there with respect to their publication and everything. Third thing which you will also find there is opposing views, that if there were any opposing views, so that is one part. Then the next part which you can prepare is the British attitude towards them. Britishers' attitude towards them. Okay. And finally, what challenges they have to face, challenges faced by them. So if you prepare these many themes with respect to any social reformer, I think if there is any question about them, you would be able to answer them. One, what work has been done by them. Then again about publication or related work and its motive. Third part is opposing views. Fourth part is Britishers' attitude toward them. Fifth portion is this, challenges faced by them. So if you prepare these many themes for the social reformers, you can answer any mains question. So this is first part, like if you have to prepare the theme related to mains for any such social reformer, you can start with this. Okay. Now, the topics which we are going to discuss today, the first topic which we have is three language policy. Then second topic which we are going to talk about, this is part of policy. Okay. Polity and governance. This is the part of polity and governance. Okay. Second thing, it is related to your mains portion. Second thing is synthetic genome, prelim, science and tech. This portion is from prelim, science and tech. Then again from the polity section and prelims related article, we have this Election Commission of India which has started deregistering some of the political parties. So why it has been done? We will try to see that. Then we will talk about this one thing, e-voting in Bihar. Okay. So many a times we are seeing Bihar on the list, like from the bottom. But this is one such initiative which has been started by Bihar itself, and that is e-voting in Bihar. So in recently by polls conducted in some of the districts of Bihar, the State Election Commission has introduced it in election. So we will try to see this as a case study. We will try to see this as a case study of e-voting in Bihar. So these are the topics which we are going to discuss in today's session. So let us start first with some questions. Here we have this first one. Consider the following statements regarding SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So we have this first one. It has 10 member countries, including 4 countries from Indian subcontinent. The supreme decision-making body of SCO is the Council of Defense Ministers. Which of the statement given above are correct? So this is the first question about SCO. It has 10 member countries, including 4 from Indian subcontinent. The supreme decision-making body of this body is the head of defense minister, the Council of Defense Ministers. So which of the statements are correct? A option, okay. So tell me, how come like everyone is going for A option? So tell me the name of 4 countries. Tell me the name of 4 countries from Indian subcontinent. Tell me the name of 4 countries from Indian subcontinent region. Who are the 4 countries? In the subcontinent region, we have India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Maldives. Okay. Even Myanmar is sometimes not counted. So if you look at these members, India is part of SCO, yes. Pakistan is part of SCO, correct. But apart from these, who else are member of SCO? China is not part of Indian subcontinent. Iran is also not part of Indian subcontinent region. So we cannot have Iran and China as part of subcontinent. So this first one is incorrect. Second one is also correct. Second one is also incorrect because it is Council of Head of States. This is Council of Head of States. So second one is also incorrect. The answer here is D option, neither one nor two. So here the answer is D option. Now see the second question here. Consider the following states: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. How many of them are sharing border with Bangladesh? How many of them are sharing border with Bangladesh? So this is question number 2. How many of them are sharing border with Bangladesh? C option 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Yes, C option, D option, fine. We have Mizoram, we have Tripura, Meghalaya and Assam. So see, we have discussed about India-Bangladesh relation last day. And this is one of the most standard question with respect to border sharing. We can any day get a question on this. If you look at this, Assam, you know that Assam is sharing, Meghalaya is also sharing. Tripura is in fact surrounded by 3 sides from this Bangladesh only. So that is also there. Mizoram is also sharing border. Mizoram is also sharing border with that of Bangladesh. So all these 4 are correct here. The answer will be D option, all 4. So here the answer is D option, all 4. Now, come to this one question. Consider the following countries: Sweden, Finland, Cyprus, Turkey. How many of the above are members of NATO? Sweden, Finland, Cyprus, Turkey or Turkey. So how many of them are members of NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. How many countries are there who are members of NATO? ऐप पर पढ़ाता हूं तो अलग लगता है. I don't know about this one, that how they are different. I am having the same content. Like it may be different in terms of the video quality if you are talking about that. So YouTube operates in a different manner than in the app. There is classes from a studio, so they all are in different manner. Okay. So yes, if we look at this, what is the answer? C option or all 4. C also and D also. See, look at this. Sweden is there. Of course, it is part of it recently. Finland has also become part of it. Cyprus is not a part of this. Turkey is part of it. So only 3 will be the correct answer. Okay. These 3 are correct. Cyprus is not there. So Cyprus is not part of this NATO. The rest 3 other countries which are there, they are part of NATO. Now see, there is one more very interesting part. There is one more very interesting part. If you want to see, just look at this Black Sea region. Okay. Across the Black Sea region, you will find that this is a member of NATO. This one is a member of NATO. Bulgaria is a member of NATO. Romania is also a member of NATO. Okay. Then Ukraine, it wants to become the member of NATO, but it has not been like given the membership. So here you can say it is aspiring member. It wants to join NATO. Even Georgia, which is there, it is also an aspiring member. Okay. In fact, it may happen that Georgia may get this NATO membership before Ukraine. Like this year also in the meeting, it was being said that Georgia, if they are like devoting or if they are like following all the rules and regulations of NATO, they may soon become a member of NATO. So this is what even Russia is looking at this. This is the Black Sea region. Try to understand the geopolitics of this region. This is Russia. Okay. From here, it wants to access the Mediterranean. This is Turkey region. Here we have this Sea of Marmara. If there is a sea, sea comes under the UN clause, United Nations Convention on Law of Sea. So through this Sea of Marmara, they are going to get the navigation. They have the right to navigation through the Sea of Marmara under the international laws. Okay. Now, they want to secure that they have good access to the Black Sea region. They are not being blocked from all sides. They are trying to make sure that they are not being blocked by all sides. But if you look at this, NATO members are like this. This is the influence. This is the area of influence of the NATO members. And here we have Russia. So when we see that why Russia is attacking Ukraine or why it is trying to have a hold over this Black Sea, now you can understand from this membership of NATO. Turkey is also member. Then we have this Bulgaria as member, Romania as member. Then Ukraine, it is trying to be a member, and Georgia is also trying to be a member. Okay. So it is like surrounding this entry and exit of Russia from all the sides. Okay. So this is one part which we look as part of the Black Sea. I hope you understand that when you see the Black Sea, it is surrounded by the NATO nations, and in midst of that we have Russia. Okay. So that is one of the geopolitics. Now, let's come to today's session. So this is अच्छा YouTube पे अच्छी क्वालिटी रहती है वीडियोस की. I don't know. No dealing with YouTube. No such thing. Now, if we talk about this topic, there is one thing called as three language policy. One thing called as three language policy. So there is a lot of debate and discussion with respect to this three language policy. Now, what is this all about? Like, what is the intention? What we are trying to have here? There is this three language policy. Under this, it has been said that the students who are there, they have to learn three languages. Okay. First thing is, they have to get their mother tongue or regional language. They have to learn their regional language or the mother tongue. Then they have to learn Hindi as the second language. And then they have to learn English as the third language. Hindi or any other language. Hindi or any other language. Okay. So this one flexibility is being provided. Okay. That any other Indian language. Okay. See, suppose that when we talk about the non-Hindi speaking states, let us say when we are talking about Tamil Nadu, so they have been given this mandate that you can learn Hindi. And those who are in, let us say, Uttar Pradesh, they have been given this mandate that you need to learn any one of another Indian language. So apart from Hindi, you have to go for any one other language of India. So this is one thing which is being said, that the students have to learn three different languages. Okay. And like, why or what has been the objective? So in the non-Hindi speaking states, you have to learn Hindi, and in Hindi speaking states, you have to learn any other language. Now you may have seen this, that in various schools and boards, you have a third language, let us say Sanskrit. Many a times we are having a third language like Sanskrit, that is being taught as one of the subject. Okay. So this is one thing which is existing from a very long period of time, from the 1968 itself, and then again in National Education Policy of 2020, it has again been reiterated. It has again been reiterated. So what is the aim or what is the objective as per the union government? They say that they want to promote national integration and like respecting the linguistic diversity. So there is two aims. One is national integration, that we can have national integration plus respect for linguistic diversity. Respect for linguistic diversity. So then what we see that there is two parts here. Okay. First is there is three language policy. Government says that it has this objective that they want to have a three language policy because they want to promote the national integrity and unity. So that is one part. Okay. They are also saying that it can also bring educational inclusivity. Educational inclusivity. that there can be more and more inclusivity, because it is promoting regional plus global plus national language. Okay. It is saying that it is promoting regional plus national plus global language. So it is being more and more inclusive as per this. Okay. So what we see that there is another thing. They also say that it is going to bring cognitive benefits. It is going to bring cognitive benefits. Like it has been said that if students have got access or students have learned 3 different languages, then they can have like they can do this multitasking. They can promote this. They can have improved brain function. They can have improved problem solving ability. They can have better functioning or like higher functioning of the brain, better memory. These things have been said that they can come through multiple languages. Okay. So here it has been said that brain functioning, memory, problem solving, etc. So as per government, these things are going to be improved by having a multi-language policy or a 3-language policy. Then they also say this, and that is access to opportunity, access to several opportunity. Access to several opportunity. Like people can have access to several opportunities. It's not that, suppose if they are reading only in regional language, they might not get access to many of the job opportunities. But if they are having 3 different languages, they can have many more opportunities and all. And lastly, they say that it will promote and safeguard Indian languages. Promote and safeguard Indian languages. So this is all what is being said by government, that if we are having a 3-language policy, it is going to promote the national unity, integrity and everything. It is going to provide this educational inclusivity. Okay. Then we see that like cognitive benefits can also be there, plus access to several opportunities, plus promote and safeguard the Indian languages. So these are the benefits according to government for having 3-language policy. But what challenges has emerged? If we talk about the challenges, like what challenges have been said with respect to this? Many a times it has been said that it is an imposition of Hindi. Okay. It has been called as imposition of Hindi. Now what we see that due to language, there is an increase in enmity among the people. There is an increase in enmity among the people. Now, why the people are expecting others to speak only in their language? Why are people trying to see this, that people should speak their language or they should learn this? Why it is mandatory? Like, suppose if you are going to Spain and if you are knowing just English or other, are they forcing you to learn Spanish? Or if you are going to different countries, are they forcing you to learn something? Now, if someone has learned it, it is going to benefit them. If not, then it's also fine. So on one hand, we say that there is discrimination when Indians are going outside. But within our country, we are doing discrimination with people from other region. In South, if someone is speaking Hindi, then there is a fight. If in North, someone is speaking in their own language, or like say Kannada or Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam or Marathi in Delhi or UP or Bihar, so then people get offended that why they are speaking their language. So what is the problem in that? But overall, what we see that there is a concern that there is a growing enmity among the people. Growing enmity among people due to language. So this is also one of the part. Okay. Then what we see that there is also a problem, that is implementation challenges. Implementation challenges. So if government is giving a 3-language policy, government is coming with a 3-language policy, and they are saying that you can learn any language apart from this. Now suppose that in one of the village of, let us say, Madhya Pradesh, a child is saying that, okay, I want to learn the language of Mizo people, the people from Mizo area, or if they want to learn Manipuri, or if they want to learn the language of, let us say, Tamil people. So can government facilitate all these things in every school? Can they provide teachers for all the 22 scheduled languages? Can government provide this? Can they give this option of having all 22 scheduled languages? If not, then whose choice it is? Is it the choice of the student, or is it the imposition upon them? So that is also one of the challenge. How are you going to implement this? So that remains also a challenge. Fourth thing is burden on students. Burden on students. Like, just to give an example, I don't know what's in the present syllabus or everything. Up to class 10th, you have to choose, I guess, 5 subjects, if I'm not wrong. Up to class 10th, you have to choose 5 subjects. One of them is English. Then again, you have science, you have social studies, you have maths, then you have English, and then one language. Some people go for Sanskrit, some people go for Hindi, etc. I think these 5 subjects are there. So 2 subjects are there of language. So instead of having 2 different language, at the class 10th level, we can introduce some of the vocational courses. By the time students are coming up to class 10th, they might be given some vocational courses. And if it is about language, that you have to teach the language, why have an exam of that? Why have an exam of that? That too of 100 marks. Okay. So there is a problem. Just 6 subjects are there now. Okay, so more and more burden on the students. So this is one thing, that there is going to be a burden on the students. There can be burden. Many a times they are just scrolling the reels. So yes, I have full support to government. Impose 4 languages on them. Give one tribal language also for them, because most of the time they are wasting their time on mobile phones. You can have one more language on them. Okay. Then we have, of course, this one concern with respect to federalism. You know that this education is part of concurrent list, fine, but most of the time it is going to be decided as per the state policy. So there, it's fine that it is of concurrent. Union can also make law, or union can direct many things. But at the same time, it has to be done mainly by the state government. If there is any gross inadequacy or any such challenge, then union can intervene. Otherwise, what is the necessity for the union to intervene in these matters? 6 subjects, English, Hindi. Acha, Hindi is also there. Okay, fine, then what will students do? So that is one thing, these are some of the challenges with respect to the 3-language policy. The main challenge is, of course, that of federalism, then imposition of any language over other, plus the third part, that burden on the students. Okay. I know Sanskrit was there. I have got very good marks in Sanskrit in class 10. Okay, I know Sanskrit. The language should have been a unifying factor. Language should have been a unifying factor among the people. But what we see that due to various reasons, including politics, it has become the divisive factor. It has become the divisive factor. It is causing the rift among the people instead of unifying them. So language was supposed to connect people. Now, rather than that, it is creating rift among the people. That is the challenge. Okay. So let's come to the next part, synthetic genome. Okay. West Bengal में भी संस्कृत होता था. That's good. Okay. So how many of you know Sanskrit? How many of you can write 10 lines in Sanskrit now? I think most of you have completed your 10th class 4 or 5 years ago. So how many of you can write 10 lines in Sanskrit? Or just leave the lines in Sanskrit. I have given you the challenges of 3-language policy. So how many of you can translate that to Sanskrit without using Google? Without using Google, how many of you are able to translate it into Sanskrit? Knowing just those 3 or 4 rules, that aham, avam, vayam, sa, tau, te is not Sanskrit. Okay. Can you translate what we have read, what we have written in Sanskrit? What is the meaning of federalism in Sanskrit? Why should we use 3 language instead of Google Translate? I will suggest this personally to CBSE. So if you cannot translate it to Sanskrit, then it means in class 10th, you have not been taught the language. See, it's not that I am doubting your skills. I am not doubting your skills. You all have been quite good. But I am doubting the method. You all have been taught Sanskrit till class 10th. Now, if you are not able to translate it in Sanskrit, it means the language has not been taught. It simply means that the language has not been taught. It was just like a subject where you have to get the marks, where you have to pass it for the exam. Okay. So that is the thing here. You can translate it in English, you can translate it in Hindi. But if you are not able to do in Sanskrit, so why Sanskrit is there in class 10th in CBSE or any other board? So that is one challenge. Okay. Patthi patartha pathanti, yes. That is what we are taught in the name of language. In the name of language, some words are provided that you have to learn these words, and on the basis of that, it is being said that now you know Sanskrit. Okay. So let's come to synthetic genome. Try to find the Sanskrit word for this also. Synthetic genome. Okay. Now, I think all of you know, when we are talking about genome, genome is collection of all genetic data of any organism. So when we are talking about synthetic genome, what is the meaning of it? Yeah. Sanskrit is giving high marks. Okay, let's come back to our topic. This is going to give you marks now. Okay. So here, when we talk about this, what is synthetic genome? A genome which has been created in the lab. In very simple language, in very simple form, synthetic genome is basically the genome which has been artificially created. Okay. So this is one thing. When we talk about syn genome, it is a genome which has been created artificially. Okay. So till now we were having different genome projects, like we have this Genome India project also. So in Genome India project, we studied the genome of 10,000 Indians in our country. So under this genome project, we were having the read type project. Read, where we are reading the genome, where the genome is existing naturally, we are trying to decode them. Now when we talk about synthetic genome, it is like we know the structure, we know the model, now we are creating it. Now we are just creating that. So that is what we call as synthetic genome. That is what we simply know as synthetic genome. So this is one thing. Now we are going to talk a little bit about this, that what can be the potential and what can be the challenge because of this synthetic genome. So let us talk about the potential. What can be the possible potential? Can you tell me? If we are creating a synthetic genome, what can be the possible potential of this synthetic genome? What can be the potential of it? What we are going to get if we have created a synthetic genome? Any idea about this? By reading the genome, we know that what is there inside the human body. We know that like how the genomes, how the genes are working. But here we are creating synthetic genome. Okay. Man-made genome. Man-made genome is basically synthetic genome. So what can be the possible potential? Okay. We can use it for disease diagnosis. We can use it for disease diagnosis. We can use it for new drug or therapy development. We can use it even to design new organism. Okay. We can also design new organism. Okay. We can design new organism. Even in fact, it is possible to resurrect those animals who have been extinct in the past. Okay. And of course, with modification, like we can have a dinosaurs with the help of this project. We can have a dinosaurs which can speak in 3 languages. Okay. We can have a dinosaur with ability to speak in 3 languages, and those dinosaurs will be walking on the streets carrying the people. Okay. So we can have designer organisms, and that is in fact the concern of it. That is in fact the concern of it, that this can lead to designer babies. This can lead to designer babies. Okay. That we can have those children, we can have those designer babies which can be very much powerful. They can speak 10 different languages. They can solve calculus in class 1. Okay. They can have all those integration, differentiation, differential calculus, relativity theory and everything. So Einstein may start worshipping those designer babies. Okay. So that is one of the challenge, that we can have designer babies. Okay. Then there is one part, ethical concern. Human playing God. So that is also one part. People can start playing God. Lack of regulation. Lack of regulation. Plus environmental risk. Environmental risk. What if they become uncontrolled? Like there is one thing in nature, that is evolution. So suppose we have created a dinosaur which is like friendly to humans. But suppose due to environmental stress or due to any reason, if they become against in humans, if they become opposed to human, then what will happen? Jurassic Park 4, or they have already created Jurassic Park 4, so we can have Jurassic Park 5. Okay. So this is also one part. So leave even Jurassic Park, they can lead to destruction of many of the habitat, many of ecosystem. They can lead to extinction of many native species. So there can be a environmental risk also. So this is also one part, that this synthetic genome is like we are approaching towards that direction. We are approaching towards this direction where humans can play God. In the wrong hands, it can be the next disastrous tool. In the wrong hands, it can be the next disastrous tool. So on one hand, we have synthetic genome. On the other hand, we have artificial intelligence. So think about this. If someone combines a synthetic genome with artificial intelligence, then you can think the next level of challenge. Okay. So that is one thing. Designer baby means like a baby in which all the genes have been predetermined. That in that case, the baby would have a, let's say, if people are willing, they can have blue-eyed baby. The baby can have curly hair. Okay. It can be very tall. It can be muscular. Bone density may be high. Teeth and everything will be well aligned. Then at the same time, intellectually very high, physically very high. Okay. So in all these manners, that can be a designer baby. Like suppose if you are going to purchase any such cloth or anything, or if you are going for a stitching of a cloth, if you have taken some textiles, some fabric from the market, and then you are going to design a suit for yourself or a shirt for yourself, you can ask the tailor to design it as per your requirements. So in same manner, people can choose the baby also as per their requirement. Okay. So that is what we call designer baby. Okay. So this is the concept of designer baby. It is not allowed. Okay. So it is not allowed. If it comes, then in IUCN red list, there will be one organism, humans, critically endangered. Or sometimes it may be written also that humans, IUCN red list, on the verge of extinction. Okay. That can be the challenge. So that is the synthetic genome. Now coming to the next part, Election Commission of India. So Election Commission of India is delisting political parties. It is delisting, means it is removing them from the list of political parties. So can you tell me why? Why the Election Commission of India is delisting some political parties? What is the reason? Why Election Commission of India is removing them? Any idea about this? To reduce competition. Why would Election Commission be concerned about competition among the political parties? Okay. Election Commission has recently decided to delist 345. Okay. They have decided to delist around 345 plus registered unrecognized political parties. Okay. 345 registered unrecognized means they are neither state party nor national party. They are getting delisted. Okay. They are getting delisting or delisted. The question is why? They have not contested election. they have not contested any election since 2019. So maybe these political parties were more like New Year resolution. Okay. That on New Year, some of the friends group decided that let's have a new political party. Next year, you will be the prime minister, he will be the defense minister, she will be the finance minister, he will be the external affairs minister. So a few groups of friends may have decided, let's have a political party. But just after a few days, they forgot about that. And since 2019, they have not been contesting elections. Okay. So it has been more than 5 to 6 years and not a single election has been contested by them. Second part is, cannot be physically located on their registered address. So they have not been located on their address also. So they might have gone for this registration, but now they are not there. Now they are not there at their registered location. So due to these factors, they are being deregistered by the Election Commission of India. Okay. So there is a rule. The rule simply says that under the section 29, okay, like under section 29 of Representation of the People Act 1951, they have to submit memorandum or constitution within 30 days of formation. So if anyone is making a political party, they have to give their like memorandum or constitution within 30 days. That this is our mandate, this is our constitution, we are going to work like this. Then they have to declare allegiance to the Constitution of India, sovereignty, democracy and secularism. They have to abide by income tax and foreign contribution laws. So they have to follow all these rules. Now, why are people sometimes forming political parties? Okay. They are getting certain benefits. They are getting certain benefits like tax exemption. If they are getting certain income, they are getting tax exemption on donations. Okay. So they are getting tax exemption on donation. So I think you now know that how these can work. Suppose a person is having enormous amount of money. Now if they are giving it to any political party, in different form, now the donations which come to political party, they don't come under the income tax. So they don't have to file any income tax. So that is one part. Okay. They are also going to have a common election symbol. So those who are not contesting election, for them this common election symbol doesn't matter. Okay. Then we have this like benefit. If we talk about this, political legitimacy is there. Public trust. So many a times people are misusing this provision. That they can form a political parties and then they can simply not give the taxes. So this is one part. That's why this Election Commission of India, they are deregistering some of the unrecognized political parties. Okay. So we have got near about 2,800 political parties in India. 2,800. Out of them, near about 750, they have contested election during the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. So around 2,100 parties who are there, they are not contesting the elections. Now let's say some of them are taking part in panchayat elections, some of them are in others. But what has been seen that from 2019 to 2024, there are 345 political parties which has not contested even a single election. and at the same time their office location, at their office location, they cannot be found. So it is completely a fraud party. There is no party, it is only for tax exemption. So that's why they have been delisted. Okay, that's why they have been delisted from the roll. Okay, so I hope that part is clear. Why in India so many political parties like USA? So that we can have better alternative than Donald Trump. We can have better alternatives than having just Donald Trump. Okay, so that's why we are having 2,800 political parties. That is, at least one better option can be there. Okay, so Indian and US democracy, they are quite different. Both are having some benefits, both are having some challenges. Two-party system also gives some benefit. There are certain challenges also. If we look at India, the way it has been formed, the ideologies which are there, it cannot be like adjusted by two political parties. Okay. Like in US, there is generally two ideologies. Either you are conservative or you are like liberal. But in India, we have different nature. In India, we have different type of parties. Okay. Just to give an example, in India, if there are non-vegetarian people, there are multiple kind of non-vegetarian people. Those who eat egg only, those who eat fish only, those who eat only on some calendar days, those who eat it occasionally, those who don't consume it in their home but they can consume it outside. Okay, those who will consume but they will not tell anyone. So there are multiple types of non-vegetarians and vegetarians in our country. Okay, there are different type of people within the same house. In one house, in one home, you can find if 5 people are there, they may have different views on different policies. So India is much more diverse country in terms of ideologies, in terms of opinions. So two parties are not sufficient to accommodate all these ideologies. So that's why we are having different political parties. Okay. हाँ, मिल सकता है. Of course he can get it. Okay. So this is one part. Now coming to the last topic, that is e-voting in Bihar. Okay. Those who not consume in some part of the year. So we have different ideologies. Okay. So you cannot accommodate them all in just one single party or two parties. We need to have different ideologies. Okay. Like in our country, you will find so many Congress parties are there. There is one Indian National Congress. There are so many other Congress parties which are offshoot of Congress, and they say that they have different ideologies. Okay. So that's why in India, it cannot be one party or two party. We need multiple ones. Now, we have this one thing, e-voting in Bihar. Okay. So it has been recently conducted. The State Election Commission, it has started use of an app. Okay. They have provided this one app which is known as at least they could have got a new name. They should have contacted Union government for the name. Union government is having this expertise in naming of the apps. Okay. But it has been named as ESCCBHR. Okay. So this is one of the app which has been used. Okay. It has been developed by Center for Development of Advanced Computing. Center for Development of Advanced Computing. So they have developed this one app and it has been used in municipal bypolls in certain areas. Now, if we look at this, initially, if we look at the target group, it is not for everyone. There is a target group for which it has been provided, like elderly, disabled, okay, or pregnant women. Pregnant women or others having difficulty to reach polling booth. So initially it has not been provided for everyone. It has not been provided for everyone. Okay. So in one phone, two voters are allowed. Okay. That per phone, per mobile, there can be two voters. So this is one thing which has been provided, that they can install the app. Okay. They can link their mobile with voter ID. Okay. They can link their mobile with voter ID, and then per mobile there can be registration of two parties. Okay. So here they are using blockchain integration also. Face matching is also being done. Okay. Even voter ID verification is being done. So they are using all sort of security measures. Blockchain technology is being used. So you cannot change the vote and everything. You cannot interfere with it. In blockchain technology, there is immutability of data. So data once entered cannot be changed. Even if there is a change, there is a transparency in that. So even if someone is trying to change, it will be quite much visible. So there cannot be change or replacement of the data. Then we see that there is voter ID card verification before allowing this e-vote option. There is also this one thing that there is face matching. Okay. So they have to do this during the official hours. It's not that in the night they can vote. Okay. So during the official hour they can do this voting. So I think now you know that it can be very much useful. It can increase the accessibility. It can increase the convenience of voter. It can increase the participation. It can provide an opportunity to the migrants also. And there is a transparency also because of the blockchain. So there can be multiple benefits of this e-voting option. So now I am leaving this one thing to you. Okay. I am leaving this one thing to you, that mention about the possible challenges of e-voting in India. That if we are having voting via app, so what can be the possible challenges? What can be the possible challenges because of this? So you have to mention that in the comment box, and then we will discuss about it. Okay. Where is this PDF available? And after the video still need read newspaper? Aparna, if you want, you can read the newspaper, or you can just go through the magazine. That will be sufficient. Okay. So we are discussing the important articles for exam purpose. Okay. So this is one thing, what you have to do. You have to mention the challenges about this e-voting in the comment box, and then you have to answer this. And you cannot skip it like the last time. So mention about this in the comment box, and then we will discuss tomorrow the remaining topics. So this is one case study. It's not that we have to analyze this entirely, that's what happened in Bihar election, how it was used. Okay. This is one of the option, or this is one of the point which you can now mention, that since it has already been used, so we can try it out in pilot phase in various other elections. Okay. So that will be all for today. So mention that what is the digital divide issue. Okay. Then the scalability of this, the access to this, the security risk, and others. So try to write about this. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.